Just because I have 3 cameras and I'm one person doesn't mean I'm overcompensating, bro. God. Anyways, what's up you guys, it's Junior. So today, I'm gonna show you guys my full kit as a solo videographer shooting weddings. Let's get started. First comes first, my cart. This bad boy is big. This thing is my second assistant. It's fantastic. It's huge, it's wide, it carries everything I need in one trip. The wheels are really huge. It goes through dirt, sand, tall hills. It goes down a flight of stairs, no problem. Up a flight of stairs, nah, it can't do that. But still, it's fantastic. And when I pack everything up, it's very specific. 1 light stand, 2 light stand in this fantastic newer bag. Tripod with the fixed side over here. Big bag, gimbal, light, battery, and drone. All the stuff, 1 cart, and that's how I do it. This whole thing is packed out, ready to go up hills, mountains, and climb Mount Kilimanjaro if I need to with this bad boy. Next, lights. I would say my kit is like 90% of what I want. Honestly, until these things break down on me, I'm not really gonna replace them. We've got 2 lights. They are spotlights for receptions. Zoom in and out to hold the batteries, power cables. Let's check them out. For each light, we have this stand. This stand is fantastic because all you have to do is you put it down and it just opens. And you lift it up and it closes. No need to lock. Obviously, when you're putting it away, lock it, but once you're in, you're in. Literally, I always have like my gimbal or both of these light stands. All I have to do is just drop and pick up and go. Best things ever. They're so convenient. These lights don't have Bluetooth, but honestly, it's never a problem because I just set it and forget it. If I ever did upgrade, it would be the aperture ones because they have Bluetooth. I can wireless control them. With my light, I bring this bad boy. Batteries. 6 batteries is overkill. I always just need 4 for a wedding day. Technically, I could get away with just using 2 and be good. I would say like 60% of the time, I only need 2. The other 40%, sometimes the night goes longer than expected, so I need to bring out the extras. Most of the time to keep it light, I just bring 4, but I have the space or I feel like having an extra workout, I'll bring all 6. Or other projects where there's more lights involved, I'll bring everything just in case. Newer just upgraded to the 190WS. These last literally twice as long as their predecessor. It's insane. I don't know what they did with the exact same form factor, but they're fantastic. I put this kind of in the bottom, D-tap in, plug in, ready to go. And I have 2 of these, of course. Lift, drop it like it's hot. Easy enough. I always start off my wedding day just setting this up first, getting on with my day. That way, when reception time comes, I set these up where I put them where I need to be, and we're good. Let me know if you want to follow along with me on a wedding day. I'll bring a videographer and I'll still do all my solo stuff and he'll just shoot some BTS. I also bring with me my drone. I have mine in my Peak Design sling bag, 6 liter. We've got the camera drone with its BDSM protector, kinky. The Mavic 3 Pro Classic. This thing's a beast. I love the image quality from this. Fantastic. The 5K is nice too. Keep the controller in here and extra battery. I usually keep my 3rd battery at home because I never need it, but I always need to have an extra battery just in case. For my 2nd child, the gimbal. It connects like this. So I have a Manfrotto connector and I just detach and attach. I'll show you how I do this later and we're good to go. This thing, it's like a part of me. It's like my 3rd arm. The big boy. I've got a Nomadic Peter McKinnon bag. This thing is packed to the brim. The OG bag, by the way. I got this in Kickstarter. Full review coming soon. I did do an unboxing 5 hours ago though. Let's open this bad boy up. Bow. A lot going on. We have microphone situation, 3 cameras, an extra lens, flat lay. Let's talk about each one. Let's talk audio. Peak Design, butterflies open. We've got 3 Tascam DR10Ls, 32-bit float all the way. This is the normal one, only one that comes in white. Always have to have this on you. And then I also have a zoom that's another 32-bit float. So I have 5 microphones on me at all times. I usually only use 2, max 3, but there have been situations where I've needed to use every single one. And then I always keep an extra white cable on me because sometimes the groom has a white jacket and I need to mic someone else up, maybe the bride, but I usually don't mic up the bride. With a 32-bit float, I'm able to get the sound from the bride from the groom's mic fantastically. I also carry headphones for monitoring, extra 3.5mm headphone in case I need to connect, extra wind protectors. Always, always, always keep extra batteries on you. Every single one of these have rechargeable batteries, but I always keep normal batteries just in case something happens. Literally, I never have to worry about. And then extra mics and clips. More 32-bit float fun. Tascam X8, 32-bit float. We have all the cables necessary for the DJ, ready to go, and extra, just in case. Most of the time, I'm using XLR or the 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch. I also have headphone ones just in case, and an adapter just in case. I always keep extra batteries on me, even though this is rechargeable at all times. Always keep extra batteries no matter what. For my Tascam, I have a magnet right here attached. So I can put this on any speaker with a metal bar. I attach it and it just floats on there. Imagine I have this in the back of a speaker and I don't really have anywhere to hang it. So I put this. The bar is made out of aluminum or aluminium for you British folk. I put a BOGO tie and I hang it in there. This magnet and this BOGO tie, life-changing. And then I have a handheld mic for the DJ, double backup audio when people are talking. Sometimes I put this on the mic's DJ. If it's unreliable, I for sure make it, but if I know I'm hanging out with a DJ that has a really great system and I never have problems with it, sometimes I just record off this. But backup audio is always, always key. Next up, this bad boy. I'm rocking with a A7R5 for my 3rd camera, and then I attach my Rode mic to it. This is my ceremony setup. This stays in the back, in the dead center always. Sometimes a little bit of angled, but it gets the couple going in the middle. I never set it and forget it. I set it and then I do laps all around every single time. Next, to start off the day, I always have one S3, a 105 2.8 macro lens on the hip. It's just to get detail shots for the rings, the flat lay, and little things here and there. The second flat lay is over, I switch to my 85 1.4. But this stays on my hip, 85 1.4, great for handheld shots. I'm always shooting slow-mo. This is basically so I can really like connect with my camera and really have a good organic feel because everything else is smooth. Up next is my second A7S Mark III plus this. Start off my day, I really balance it a lot and really take my time balancing it, make sure all my lens cap is off and everything, but this is for educational purposes. It's alive! And the gimbal is the RS4 Pro from DJI. I use this all day. I keep it on me at all times with my 85 on the hip. You catch me looking like this all day. And then 24 to 70, 2.8 all day. I zoom in and out. I do a lot of motion. I put that down and I shoot with this. So I'm going back and forth all day long. Depending on the situation, what I like to do is like cover my bases with this and then get some of this. So that way I have a lot to cut back and forth from. And I make it feel like there's 2 videographers, but really there's just Juan, me. Now for the part I'm most proud of. I detach this and boom. For ceremony, this stays on one side. I put my 85 on the tripod and my 85 is for one side. So I do 3 angles and 1 down the middle. That's how you do it. I'm going through this really fast. If you want more details on settings, I can talk to you all day about that. I also like having a circle leveler. Apparently the leveler only comes at the bottom when it really should come up here because that's where all the leveling needs to happen, not as much as the bottom, even though I locked this down. I love this because when I'm done with ceremony, I put this down, put this back up, lock, and then I'm ready to go. I put all this stuff away and then I get ready for the portrait session. Usually by the time the photographer is getting family together, I'm putting my tripods where they need to be, grabbing all the microphones from everybody, including the DJ, and you catch me with my 85 on my hip, my 24-70, catch me like this for the rest of the day. Something I'm really, really proud of, this right here. Peak design, quick release, clip. I always have 4 of these, 1 on the bag and 1 for each tripod. On my tripod, they're dangling, so they're ready to go. I just grab and lock anything that needs to be locked in place, even though the only thing I ever need to lock in place is my second camera, my 85 in and out of the plate all the time. I have to have this flat tool on every single tripod at all times, because you never know when I'm on like the other side, you don't have anything to screw something with, so always have to have on every single tripod and in your bag. What I also like doing is I keep a quarter in my bag, so just in case I need to screw it in, boom, pop, and we're good. Portrait session's done, family session's done, no screwing anymore. All I have to do is unclip, boom, stays like this for speeches. During portrait session, I take off the mic, but when reception comes, put the mic back on, grand entrance, if I need to put this down, and then I check on my other camera. This has all the angles I need when it comes to a second angle. I cut back and forth all the time with it. It works out great. I'm running these 2 cameras up until formalities. So once formalities are all done during reception, I put this away in my bag. During formalities, grand entrance, speeches, focus on these 2. My 2 lights are blasting for the reception. So all formalities are done. Garter toss, all that fun stuff, cake cutting is done. I put this camera off to the side. I don't really break it down. I just put it off to the side and hide it away. When the party starts, this goes back onto my hip. And I take the hood off and I do this when the party starts to get that interesting, like, it feels like there's a club and it's like really like energetic. I like to keep the hood on during the day because it bumps into things and it protects it. When the party starts, I take the hood off. I take the microphone off, the party's starting. What are we doing? We're having a good time, we're getting the crowd. We're doing barrel rolls, we're getting crazy with it. Whoa, you know? And let's talk about extras. On the side of my bag, I always keep cards on me, put this in my back pocket. In the front of my bag, keep all my batteries. There's 2 sections. The front is for the dead batteries, and the back are for the alive batteries. Gotta stay stacked. I also have a popple. People can tap on here and they can connect to my website, socials, and all that fun stuff. I always gotta keep a toolkit with me. String lock for my bag if I ever go into sus places. Pocket knife, just in case we need to cut something for a wedding day. This comes in handy way more often than you think. Multi-tool, especially when it comes to these tripods. Always have to keep multi-tools with you. Tighten your tripod up or anything. Lock for your bag, just in case. Gaff tape, I don't like bringing a lot. I just bring a little bit because that little bit always saves the day, believe it or not. My light, if I'm ever in a situation where my reception lights are too much of a hassle to bring, I can attach this onto my gimbal with this and just attach it to my gimbal. This is great for ring shots, so I use this along with this. I bring out a mirror for ring shots, use a light, put the ring on there. Always gotta keep this on you for photography or videography. It comes in handy when you're doing ring shots. You add a little bit of bokeh. These are my fresh memory cards, and this is, I usually have some space for some used memory cards, but so got all the memory cards. Dinner's about to go down. I bring out my battery pack, and usually I don't have to charge my gimbal, but I like to charge my gimbal because instead of maybe being at 10 or 15% by the end of the night, I still like having a lot more juice. Maybe the couple wants an extra hour. So I actually leave this charging on the gimbal. There's a strap, hang it, plug it in, and we're juiced up, ready to go. So this is still charging and can stand on its own while I'm eating dinner. Then I come back, everything's already set up with a microphone and everything for speeches. An extra little goodie, rechargeable batteries. Always gotta keep rechargeable batteries for 32-bit flow Tascam, AAA batteries, extra for the microphones. During wedding days, I never need to switch out batteries when it comes to those devices because they're already charged, but just in case, can't be too careful. Always gotta keep that thing on you know what I mean? Let me know if you wanna see how I use this stuff. I can go into so much more detail on settings. So if you want me to bring you along with me on my solo wedding day, videography, while using 3 cameras for one dude, let me know. See you guys next time.